Black and Gold Pressure Washing, back again for another edition of Dustin Does the Dishes slash I'm gonna do some dinner this time. So Lauren's not quite on her way home yet, but she's gonna be on her way home, and we plan to do stuffed peppers for dinner tonight. I found a recipe, never tried it before, so I'm gonna try the recipe. I'm missing some ingredients, but I have most of them, so we're gonna run with this recipe, see how it turns out. But first, I have a sink full of dishes, so I'm gonna knock these dishes out real quick. It's actually not that many, but I'm going to knock these out real quick, and then we'll get on to cooking dinner. So hopefully we can have it done right around when she gets home. She doesn't like to eat right when she gets home, so I usually try and have it like almost ready, not quite ready. So hopefully we've timed this up right, and I can knock these dishes out and then have that be ready. So that's the current game plan. I'm gonna get these dishes knocked out real quick, and then we'll get on to the cooking part of it. And I have the iPad over here that I'll pull the recipe up on. I might end up pulling the chat up on there as well, depending on how it goes. Gonna make some stuffed peppers for dinner. But hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. 4th of July is coming up soon, so exciting. Lauren has the day off, so that'll be something good. We're gonna end up, I think we're gonna try and make it over to the beach. It's about an hour drive from here, so depending on what time we end up waking up, hopefully we can get over to the beach before it gets too busy. But we don't have any hard plans set. Just trying to take it easy. She's been grinding a lot lately, and just trying to take it kind of easy, but we both want to get in the sun, so doing that at this weekend at least, at some point. Probably for the 4th, though. Actually, I think on Saturday she has a tech rehearsal for the show she's in, Legally Blonde. So I know that takes all day. So I think Saturday she's actually busy. What's going on, Speed? Appreciate you popping in here, homie. Just trying to knock out these dishes really quick before I get started on dinner over here. Is the mic on, you said? Is it too loud? Or is the... Can you hear me, brother? The one time I don't actually test the mic, I'm like, oh yeah, it's working. I'll give it a minute here to see what you say. But hopefully the mic's working. Can anybody tell me if the mic is being picked up right here? You can hear me from here, hopefully, and not from the phone itself, right? So say I'm standing over here. I need y'all to tell me if you can still hear me loud and clear. That way I'll know if the mic's working or not. So hopefully y'all can hear me when I'm way over here. The point being I can walk around and stuff, so. Appreciate y'all popping in here. I'm trying to knock these dishes out really quick before I start making some dinner. My lady's, she's about to get off of rehearsal and then be headed home, but it's about a 45-minute drive, so I'm trying to queue it up to where dinner is ready almost around the same time. But I had a sink full of dishes, so I got to knock these out really quick. I'm going to move this out of the way as well. Yeah, I have this noise cancellation on this mic, so I'm hoping that it keeps the sound quality good and not like this washing the dishes isn't too loud. This running water mostly is what I'm worried about. Yeah, I had the day off, so I figure I could at least have dinner ready. And it's my duty to do the dishes, so I'm getting her done. I've started streaming myself doing the dishes lately, so this is something that I've just slowly started doing on the channel. Starting to try and cook more on the channel as well. So this will be my first stream where I'm actually cooking. Like I've made breakfast before, but I'm gonna attempt to make some stuffed peppers on the stream tonight. So that'll be exciting. I found a recipe that I have most of the ingredients for, but not everything. So, and then also I'm gonna have to use like, I better have rice. I think I have some instant rice. I don't know. I might have regular rice, but we're gonna try and make sure that we Have majority of it. Appreciate y'all popping in here. You're from Pakistan? What's going on so far? Yeah, I've heard it. You can learn English pretty well, just like watching stuff like this, like live streams and watching stuff is a good way to learn the language. We have, I believe it's ground sirloin. I don't know if it's ground sirloin or ground beef that I set out. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll tell you. I could pull it out really quick. This is what we're having tonight. Ground sirloin from old butcher box. I don't know if you guys have, but my girl and I started doing that about, I want to say 6 or 7 months ago. It's been like a game changer for us, like eating at home and not eating out as much. Because one of our biggest problems was like figuring out what to have for dinner, and it kind of just takes the dirty work out of like having to think at least about your protein because you already have it. And then at the grocery store, you're not like having to worry about buying your proteins or anything like that. So makes it easy. You just have to buy the sides and yeah, like the easy stuff, you know, the snacks and stuff from the grocery. So. I don't have an Instagram. You could just follow this channel though. I try and go live a couple times a week, so you can always chit chat in here, brother. Appreciate everybody stopping by though. I know people pop in and out of here. As we start to cook dinner, hopefully more people will file in. I know the dishes isn't the most entertaining, but some people like to watch them. It's kind of satisfying. Who doesn't like to see dirty stuff get clean? You know what I'm saying? Or just watch me do chores. Yeah, I'll have to make a curry dish sometime, brother, because I love some curry. You'll have to send me a recipe or something, and I'll have to give it a try on a stream. That'd be a fun little thing to do. Is like take a poll with the chat on what we cook next stream or something like that. That way, I could actually go and buy the ingredients for dinner and not just kind of scrap together with what we have. Because that'd be kind of fun, more interactive at least with the chat and stuff. I might have to do that. Let y'all plug a recipe or something. What's everybody up to tonight? Anybody got anything going on? Yeah, it seems like the live streams are big in India. It seems like every time I go live, they definitely drive an Indian audience over here. So lives must be popular over there with y'all. Or like, I know shorts and stuff are popular for sure. Got a couple more dishes here, and then got to wash some pans so we can cook. I'm gonna try and follow this recipe as much as I can to a T, including like how they wash and blanch the peppers. I guess I've never really done that before, but we're gonna give her a try and just try and follow it to a T for the chat for y'all and see how it turns out. What's going on, Jimmy? Appreciate you popping in here. This About to finish up with these dishes so we can get started on dinner here. I got a couple more dishes in the sink, and then I'm gonna attempt to make some stuffed peppers tonight for dinner before my old lady gets home. Yeah, one thing I don't have for tonight is garlic. I don't have the garlic. They called for onion and then something else I don't have. Tomato paste or something like that. I don't know. But it's not the end of the world. My girl's not that picky. Neither am I. So as long as we got the pepper and we got the beef and we got the cheese, it's about all we really need. Everything else is just benefit. So we'll figure it out. I need to visit a barber soon. Yeah, my girl's my barber, so I have to take it up with her. Take it up with management. My old lady likes the long hair and the beard, so I do be keeping it long. Do I have any spaghetti sauce? I don't know. Maybe. I was actually thinking we might have the. I think it said canned tomatoes or something like that. I don't know. We might have that one ingredient. I know we don't have any garlic and we don't have any onion, but that's all right. I'm not a huge fan of onion, to be honest. I don't have any onion. I have onion powder and I have garlic powder, you know what I'm saying? But I was probably gonna season the beef with a little bit of that as well. So we'll just see how she we'll see how she turns out. We're gonna have to make do with some of these ingredients. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on a recipe or anything tonight or going live, but it would be fun to like actually plan a dish with the chat and then actually try and make it on stream or something. Or at least pick like some sort of dish or dessert to try and where I can go get the ingredients and we can actually try and make it on the live. What I'm trying to say is I'm looking for excuses to go live more often, you know? If we're being real. I'm trying to be real. I like hanging out with y'all, so the more reasons I have to pop on the live, the funner I have. So looking for another reason. I figured doing the dishes, cooking dinner, pressure washing, anything where I'm tinkering on the trailer. I want to try like a gaming stream or something like that. There's a couple things I want to try more with the lives. Do I pre-boil the pepper just for? Yeah, that's what I was looking at that recipe. It says to do that, Jimmy. So I'm definitely gonna give that a try. Like blanch the pepper or whatever. I forget exactly what it said. I'm gonna try and follow it to a T with y'all. So hopefully we'll be able to follow the recipe and it'll turn out all right. I don't know exactly what it said. Something about dunking it in ice water after boiling it for a couple minutes. So like stop the cooking process but make it tender. No, we're gonna figure it out here together. That or we'll mess it up together. We'll figure it out. It can't be that hard. Yeah, I wish there was a way for me to have selected like a cooking stream in the category when I went live tonight. Because there is a way if I'm on the PC to switch what category I'm like streaming under so that the algorithm knows where to push me to, like what audience. Because my pressure Russian channel pushes to a how-to audience, but this isn't really a how-to as much as it is like probably entertainment or like cooking. So I got to figure out a way to do that for these streams. Then I think it'll drive me to a audience that's more into the actual topic that we're doing that night. What's going up? Yo, I seen you in here before, Adesano. Hey, you asked me a question the other on one of the videos. Actually, I saw that job. I charged $550 for. I'm not going to tell other people what it is, but I'll tell you because you asked. So it's $550. For that video you commented on. That's what I charged. I was at 2-story house wash and a driveway cleaning. Appreciate you popping in the chat though, homie. Seen you in here a couple times before. Yeah, it was a two-story house wash and then a driveway cleaning. The thing that sucked about that job is when I showed up the first time, I could only do the driveway because the tenant left the windows open on the property. So I ended up having to reschedule cleaning the actual house portion. So technically, I had to drive twice to make that, whereas I would have normally only had to drive once. So that was unfortunate. Unfortunate timing. There was nobody at the house when I went to clean it to shut the windows. So we just ended up having to clean the driveway and get out of there and come back and do the house wash another day. But that's all on video. If y'all are interested in any of the pressure washing stuff that we deal with, check out the channel. We definitely have a lot of pressure washing videos on there. That's mainly what the channel is. But I've tried to branch out more, make it more about like personal, more my life in general, not so specific to just a business. You're in Jersey, so you're trying to see what guys charge. Yeah, I know it varies from place to place, and also like what type of clientele you deal with, and how saturated the market is, and how big your city is, and all that stuff. So I know there's definitely everybody demands a different price, and it just kind of depends where you're at and all that stuff. So I know prices may vary for sure. Okay, I'm gonna do these pans, and then we'll be ready to start trying to cook. What's going on, Eric? Going pretty good. Had an exciting brand meeting today with a new CRM partner that I might start shouting out. That'll be able to show y'all guys. But I have to choose kind of what deal I'm gonna go with and all that when it comes to the partnership deal. So once I sign the deal, I'll be able to talk more about it. But exciting news, you know. First big like brand move as a business when it comes to the content creation side of things. So I'm pretty excited. We'll see how it goes and where it goes and everything. So it should be exciting. The product is relevant to the pressure washing industry and service-based industry. So it'll be definitely something that people find useful and stuff. And I'm making sure that I find value in it before I start pushing anything to y'all, because definitely want it to be of use before I start plugging any products or anything. So that's the main thing I'm betting right now before we pull the trigger on anything. But definitely exciting things in the works. You know what I'm saying? We're moving on in the content creation side of things, which is exciting because we've been at this for 2 years now, across our multiple channels that we have. So this one's starting to gain some traction and success. So that's exciting. A lot of time and effort put into this one over the past year. A lot of consistency, really, is the main thing. Just being consistent with it. So I was already doing the pressure washing stuff for 5 or 6 years now. I'll be in business 6 years coming up next month. But when it comes to making content around the business, that's just happened within the last 2 years. So exciting stuff. That's why I'm trying to give y'all a peek behind the curtain with everything, and not make it so hyper focused on pressure washing either. I'm gonna show y'all everything. All right, this is the last pan that we need to wash, and then we'll be done with these dishes, and we'll be able to move on to cooking dinner here. I'm gonna pull up the recipe and show y'all and everything before we start on anything, and I don't know how long it'll take us, so we're just gonna take our time and enjoy it. My old lady should be home around 11 or so, so y'all will have to keep me up with the time. Make sure I don't want it to be cold when she gets home, but I don't want it to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to time it up right is what I'm trying to get at. We're not in a rush to have it done by 11, but I want it to be in the oven and on its final process by the time she's getting in here. She might pop in the chat here on her way home, depending on what's going on. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Eric, though, and saying what's up. Saw you in here a couple times now, so really appreciate you popping by. Just trying to knock out those dishes real quick before we started making dinner. We're doing stuffed peppers tonight, so thought I'd try something new and add a little cooking element to the channel. See what's up with that. Just chill with everybody. Anybody that wants to pop in here, pop in here and say what's up. What's going on, Ringo? Appreciate you popping in here. Yeah, I'm the lady around here then, I guess. It's okay, I don't mind. I don't mind. Would y'all rather do dishes or laundry? What's your go-to chore? Or which would you prefer out of the two, you know? I'm actually going to wash this cutting board really quick just to make sure. Laundry? Yeah, see, my lady does the laundry, but I do the dishes. That's why I don't really mind cooking either, because I'm already doing the dishes, so like I'd rather cook and do the dishes than, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't like when other people cook if I got to do the dishes, because then I feel like I'm like, you know, doing their dishes. Not that it's a big deal, but I'd rather dirty up all my pans, and I'll try and save myself by utilizing less dish. You know, I feel like sometimes people are like using extra dish on purpose. Yeah, Usually I listen to a podcast. That's why I started going live and doing the dishes, because I can at least chat with y'all while I do them versus like having to sit here and do them with a podcast or silence. So that's actually helped. But yeah, our dishwasher is broken, so I haven't had a dishwasher in years. So I've been having a hand wash dish for a long time. Since I was 18 years old, boys, I've been washing dishes by hand, and I turn 30 next month. Man, I could. Bleh. I get nauseous thinking about it. What have I done with my life, man? Okay, let me rinse this out, and then we'll be done over here. You're 34, Eric? My lady booked us a cruise for my 30th birthday. She was like, if I don't do anything for you, you're not going to celebrate yourself. So she's like, the 30 is a big one, so let's at least do something. So she booked us a cruise. Our passports actually just came in today, but we're going on a cruise here for our 30th. What's going on, Daniel? What's going on, Nita? You're 67? Let's go. Heck yeah. What's my goal by 40? I don't know. Kicked up on the beach, hopefully. Retired. Bunch of passive income. But, you know, we got to get to it if that's the case. My lady and I would like a couple acres, a little farm, like a pig, a cow, a couple goats, a bunch of chickens. I'm good with like 5 to 10 acres, but I mean, if I had a choice, I'd prefer a ranch. You know what I'm saying? A couple 100 acres. But yeah, my girl's into the. She would like the homesteading if we could do it, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe this channel will morph into that one day. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the goal. I'm not trying to pressure wash my whole life, but if I could slowly morph it into lifestyle content, and then we ended up homesteading or traveling or something, that'd be cool. So who knows where this channel will end up, boys and lady. I see there's a lady in here. Better start that OnlyFans, Frank says. Am I not 100% sure about getting married? Oh, we've definitely talked about it. We're definitely gonna get married at some point. We haven't pulled the trigger yet. We have been dating a while, and our family is definitely pushing us towards marriage because my mom, her mom, everybody's ready for grandkids now. So definitely feeling the pressure from everybody. But we're just trying to get our ducks in order. But I don't know if anybody will ever have all your ducks in order. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, you just got to pull the trigger, commit, get our farm and our ducks in a row. Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping to get that acreage. My mom lives on 10 acres and has everything I named: goats, sheep, cow, pig, all that stuff. So my girl loves it going down there. So it's definitely something that we're gonna aim for. But it's not in the cards right this second. Not quite. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is pull up this recipe over here on this iPad. I don't know if I'll keep the camera where it's at right now, or if I'll end up pulling y'all over here. I'll probably end up moving the camera around as we move through our shots and progressions of this recipe. So let me give y'all a shot of what it's supposed to look like at least. You have 3 kids, Eric? Yeah, we have a dog. That's our current kid right now. Let me see if I can flip this camera around. Okay. So this is what it's supposed to look like, hopefully at the end. That's the game plan right now. So we're going to hope that it ends up looking like this, but we'll figure it out. We got the recipe right here, so that's what we're going to follow. But I'm going to set y'all back up where we were for now. And then y'all let me know if we need to switch another angle or something. But that should be a pretty good shot for at least this minute. And you should be able to hear me because I'm mic'd up. So even if I'm faced over this way, y'all should be able to see. And I'll keep popping in and tuning into y'all in the chat. But we'll see what we need to start it with. Starting with washing the peppers, I know. And then let's get some of the stuff that we're going to end up using. I need to figure out the rice situation. Let me look over here and figure out. I thought we had some bags of instant rice. I'm trying to cheat out right now. I might end up making these. Oh, it's all quinoa and brown rice. I don't know if we need 1 pack or 2. Might just start with 1 and see. But I might cheap out on the rice and not actually whip up some rice because I don't know really. It takes a while. I've documented proof of doing all the cooking, cleaning, and working. I'm an independent man. My old lady's the one bringing home the bag right now. I've been jobless. Well, not really jobless, but I haven't been as busy as I usually am. And she's been working every day, so I've been trying to pick up the slack. We've been sharing a vehicle the last month, so luckily business was kind of slow. It's starting to pick up again, but it slowed down there for a month. I was busy the month prior, and then it really slowed down unexpectedly, but for a good. It ended up working out because my girl needed a car, and I wouldn't have had one so she would have had a carpool basically. So that works. So what we don't have is fire roasted tomatoes. Let me double check that that's the case. Well, I know we don't have fire roasted, but we have diced. Does diced work? And how old are these? Let me make sure they're not expired. Boys, I don't know. We might leave the tomato out of it. That one's pushing close to expiration. We got 1 month on a canned product. That's, it's old if you got 1 month left on it. Isn't canned stuff good for like years? Okay, so let's see what we need to do. We'll just get it as we go here. I need to set out the olive oil. We got to figure out what pan we're going to be using here. So I'm thinking we got this nice pan. We'll do this for browning the ground beef. And then we need to find the pan that we're going to use for actually doing the not the potatoes, the peppers, which I think one like this would be good. I don't know how many peppers we're gonna end up needing, but they should fit in this. Yeah, stood up. Hopefully, no. We'll put them in there. Then we got the rice. We got the beef. Okay, we need to do the peppers. I'm gonna need to wash these and then we will see how they sit too. So I saw here in the recipe, if they don't sit up right, you can chop their bottoms off to make them like this one's not gonna sit up right. Chop the bottoms off a little to let them sit upright. Okay, this one doesn't even have a fourth side, but it might. Which bottom will cut off easiest? What about this tall boy here? Oh, that might work. I think we'll use those for. We'll save these two because I don't think we'll end up needing these. And then if we have extra just ground beef that doesn't fit in them, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I think we'll use those for tacos later in the week. The other peppers. Okay. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. Ding da da ding dong ding. I was thinking about getting y'all set up like over here where this ring light is, looking towards the kitchen. But I gotta figure it out. Because I want to still be able to see chat. That's what I haven't figured out yet. All right, let's see what it looks like if we put y'all over here. Y'all can get a peek over here. We're back. We're back. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I think this will be good right here. That should be good, yeah. Y'all can see from right here our little setup, and then I'll be able to twist y'all or bring y'all over here. So I think that'll end up working out better, and then the lighting's a little better as well. Let me get this aimed over here. Okay, cool. So let me rinse these really quick, and then we will blanch them. Quick, I need to get a pot of water boiling, right? And then how do you do it? Somebody tell me how to do it. It's like boil them for how long, and then dunk them in ice water, I believe, for how long. And it makes them more tender, right? That's what it's doing. So then by the time they're done in the oven, they're easy to eat. Hey, that was me. Okay. You like the kitchen clean? It's because I've been streaming with y'all, so it's been helping me stay accountable with keeping it clean. If nobody was watching, it'd be dirty. Okay, so let's see what it says. Wash the peppers, slice off the tops of the peppers, and let's scoop out the insides. You want the inside low to allow for stuffing. So let's get a good knife here. Let's see if we can cut these tops off easily. Oh, I could have gone more with that cut. Okay, there we go. That's better. And then I think this recipe said save the tops. Then I'm gonna have to scoop out the innards over here. Tips on that? The best way to scoop it out. Okay, so We'll leave these over here. Let's get that pot of boiling water going too. And then I'm gonna do a big old bowl so we don't have to do multiple rounds. We'll do this big bowl. And then let's do boiling water. But the question is, do we have a pot big enough? Yeah, we do. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second here. We're going deep. We're going deep in the cupboard for this one. I need some that'll at the same time. All 4 pans, or all 4 peppers at the same time. Okay. So let's get some water boiling, and then we'll keep going here. Oh, you got flowers. Dang, I'm just starting the peppers. Well, she's home a little sooner than I thought. I just cut the peppers. Okay. I just finished the dishes. Here, you might have to talk over here. And the Starbucks gift card. Let's go. Are those for me?
No.
Nice. They're pretty. I like that it's a newspaper.
Bell peppers or stuffed peppers are a long process.
Sorry.
No,
it's gonna be about an hour.
I just. Well, they cook in the bell pepper in the oven for like 45 minutes.
Mine said 15 to 20 after you blanch them, which is what I'm about to attempt to do. So we'll see how I've ever done this. But you're supposed to like dunk them in ice water after they like cook in there and makes them more tender quicker. And then we'll see. I'm just following the recipe by the book. We'll see how she turns out. You can join me in here if you want. She said she'll be in here when it's ready. Let this water get cold real. Okay. Is there no cold water? Okay, there we go. Now she's cold. Okay.
My ice pack.
Ice in the ice pack. I about need that. Okay. Then I gotta add ice. And I gotta cook the beef. Like I said, you could help me if you want. Otherwise, it's gonna take me a while. Like I said. Well, I waited because I was like, she gets mad if I have it ready by when she gets home. So.
But that's what I told you. That's what I told you. Chat, this is what I told him. I told him this morning before I left. I would tell him how to do the ground beef and the interior stuff, so that when I got home, I could just put it in and then put it in the oven. So it was only like 30 minutes before eating.
Well, sorry. Dishes in the sink.
Well, when I saw you texting me at 9 o'clock that you were starting, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I got behind.
2 hours
I ended up starting at 10 to do the dish. So. We'll get there, boys.
It's going to be a midnight dinner.
Yeah, we'll be late.
At least.
You can have a snack if you want. Okay, look, we've gotten two hollows so far. Two nice and hollows. Dum 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 dum. This one's kind of shallow. This one's kind of shallow. area in here so we can have some. Okay, cool. Not too many seeds either, which is nice. They're all sticking to the thing. Boom. 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 Look at that. Another one. Okay, okay. So we have these. We got the tops off. We got the membranes out. They all stand up straight. Okay, good. Blanch the bell peppers for 5 minutes to slightly soften. Alternate, you roast them for 20 minutes. So set the softened pepper. Okay, we're not ready for that part yet. All right, boys, how do we do the blanching? I thought it said it in this recipe. See if we can look this up.
Look how cute that is, chat. My students gave this to me. It's so nice.
Blanch peppers. Yeah, it is pretty. Very pretty.
Put it by the front door.
Very pretty. Yeah, we have a lot of. We always be getting. Yeah, it is. Bring a large pot of water to a boil. Place the peppers in the boiling water for a short time. So for pepper halves, it says 3 minutes. Then an ice bath. Okay. We're getting there.
Do you think I should just keep this and bring it on the cruise? Do you like that?
You can always bring it just to have, but we'll find a time to wear it. All right, y'all. I'm adding ice to the to this bowl over here, so I can blanch these peppers. Okay. Okay. Nice and icy there. Nice and icy. Almost ready to boil. What else we can do is get these get this ground beef starting to cook. And then we're gonna have to season this somehow. Hopefully y'all can see me over here. Not really, but they can hear me at least. All right, we're adding oil to the pan. And then we'll start the beef here and be ready kind of when the blanching is done.
You kind of want the beef to be a little cooled down when you're assembling it so it doesn't cook the entire pepper.
Okay. So start the beef now? Okay. All right, boys. She's saying get the beef going because the peppers are going to be... You're going to want the beef to cool down just a hair. And then we're going to do this rice as well, but we don't... Okay, and I'm not going to worry about the tops. The recipe called for like doing something with the tops of the...
So you don't burn the top of the
peppers.
And the oven doesn't get burnt?
This is almost ready.
I'll also show you. Can they hear me?
Here, we can just go back and forth. You can hold it for a while.
Okay, chat. I'm going to show you my new shoes. These are my new shoes for the shows I'm in. They're mostly worn by like CrossFitters.
You gotta tell them what role you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing Legally Blonde and I'm playing Brooklyn. That's why I'm wearing orange tonight because we had our designer run and my character wears orange because she's in prison. So these are my new shoes. Nobles. So fancy. Ta-da! I did wear them tonight for the first time, but I put the like form holders back in so that they don't yet. And I don't know if you can see that barely. I did a floor slide and messed it up just a little bit. But I'm changing that choreography tomorrow so I don't ruin my shoes. Because it'll have, if I do the same move every night, it'll have a hole burned in where the slide rubs my toes. Anyway, Nobles, they were having a sale too, so I got them like $50 off. Or maybe it was like $30 off. Anyway.
Gotta be jumping rope in the show.
Yeah, I jump rope. My number is jump roping at the same time. It's very difficult. I got my jump rope tangled today. It was frustrating.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I haven't tangled it in any rehearsal, and then today for a designer run, it got tangled, and I couldn't jump one whole chorus because I was getting it untangled. So I'd rather it happen now than during an actual performance. But these shoes were meant for impact, and like I said, they're for CrossFitters, so you're meant to run around and jump and do all kinds of stuff. But the bottoms are so hard. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So when I jump, listen. It's fine. It's fine. But I gotta like double extra make sure I jump like toe heel, like roll through my foot so it's not just flat. Because these are like platform shoes. So they're supposed to give you that stability, which is good. And they're the impact ones, so they're meant for jumping. Just hard. And they're not very flexible. A little bit.
Beef is on the stove.
But those are my new shoes. I need a shoe bag for them.
Need a what?
Shoe bag.
Yeah.
And these are not new, but since I'm talking about my show and he's just cooking beef. LaDuca, the brand of Broadway, I guess. All the character shoes everybody wears on Broadway are LaDuca, and these are very old and used, as you can tell. They have their, that's what'll happen to my tennis shoes if I do that slide. It'll rub apart like that. But I wear these in the second half of Act 2 when I'm not jump roping, when I'm in the court for my trial. I'll give the mic back to Dustin now, and you guys can enjoy his beef smashing. And that was my shoe unboxing for Legally Blonde.
Okay, beef is cooking. I'm getting Mike back up, boys. Okay, I'm about to season this beef while it's cooking. Just adding some salt. I don't know how fast this is coming out. Salt and pepper. Go in there.
And then let Roscoe go to the backyard.
Okay. Sounds good. You're welcome. All right, boys, we got the salt, we got the pepper. What else should we add as a seasoning for this beef? We got a little bit of onion powder. We don't have onions and we don't have garlic, so I'm trying to supplement here. Garlic, add a little bit of paprika. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, let's keep moving this beef around here. I might move y'all over here closer in a second if y'all don't have prime viewing position. Let me check. And I'm about to, once this meat gets close to being done, I'm gonna do these peppers in this blanching process. I don't know exactly how it'll work, but my girl was saying to let the beef cool a little before we put it in the peppers. So I might add a little bit more seasoning to this as well. Let that keep going. Let me see how y'all's viewing position is. See, I might put y'all like right here instead. That way y'all can kind of see and I can turn around and stuff. That's a little better. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us though. Trying to get this done. I should have started like an hour sooner because I got chewed out as soon as she got home. But that's all right. We'll be all right. She doesn't mean it. What she's trying to say is she's hungry. Okay, this beef is getting closer to being done. It's still got a lot of red in it, but I'm going to go ahead and put these peppers in this because it said let it be a raging boil for 3 minutes. So I'm about to drop these peppers in, y'all. We're gonna put these peppers in this boiling water right here. So that's our next step right here. So we're doing 4 peppers right now. Bada bing, bada boom. 1, oh no, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we'll do them with a spoon that we can scoop them out with. Let's drown this one because he's not sinking. Okay, they're in the pot. All right, let's start this timer. When this timer goes off, we move them to this ice water to dry out, but cool off. I don't know why I said dry out. Okay, let's add a little bit more season to this meat. And then we're gonna have to cook up this rice as well. That takes 2 minutes in the microwave because it's microwave rice, but okay. Add a little bit more of that, and then I think we're good on seasoning. Because there'll be other of the flavors in there. And then we gotta do cheese on the peppers. Hopefully this will turn out pretty good. Definitely though, because well, I really wasn't sure exactly what time she was gonna get home. But she's home now. Yeah, dip whenever you feel like it, homie. I appreciate you popping in here though. Hopefully your headache will go away. Headaches are annoying, especially migraines. Hopefully that'll fade away. Trying to get this bit of this beef chopped up a little bit more so it's not such large chunks. Chop it. Okay. She's almost chopped up. Okay, we'll let this beef keep cooking just a hair bit longer. We'll probably let it go till this timer runs out. And then I want to start this rice here too. Because that'll the rice once we move this stuff over to the ice water, these peppers. So the peppers are definitely boiling over here though. Hopefully y'all can see that. They got 40 something seconds. Okay, they're supposed to go for 3 minutes and then transfer to an ice bath until they're cool. So I don't know. I'll give it like 5 minutes or so in the ice water, I think, or we'll just feel it out. But this is almost done. Then I'm gonna pull this beef off this stove here in a minute because my girl said to let the beef cool just a little bit before I put it in the oven. I should get the oven going just so it's already ready. So I'm turning the oven on now. That way we have the oven ready when it goes time. And I don't remember what the recipe said temperature-wise. I think it was 425, but I'm not too sure on the on what temp to get the oven up to. Okay, we're moving the peppers to the ice water. I don't know if y'all can see this bowl over here, but this red bowl has ice water in it. So that. First, I'm gonna dump these. Okay, 1 pepper in the ice water. 2 peppers in the ice water. 3. Ooh, that was hot. I don't know why I did that. Okay. This will be done blanching. Well, not done. They're in the middle of it. Okay, I'm turning this boiling water off. We don't need it anymore. Okay, I'm gonna let these peppers sit here. Let's just do 3 more minutes for that. This water is done. I'll put this pan away because we don't need it. I'm gonna get this rice going because I want to mix the rice with the meat for the peppers. I'm gonna get this meat off of this stove, and then let rice cooking. And then I gotta figure out how hot to get the oven. Well, I already got it preheating, but I need to know what temperature. Okay, and we're doing instant rice. It's gonna be quinoa brown rice with garlic. So that is our rice of choice. That's going to be mixed with the meat. And I think the rice goes for 90 seconds. Okay. Cool. And then this is done, this boiling water. We'll get this off of here in a minute. And we're just to heat. And then we already have, do I need to line this with foil? Do you know? I don't know if I should line this or not. I think I can just put it in there. And then we have to dry these peppers off once they've cooled. Oh yeah, they definitely feel more tender. Nice. Cool. Okay. And these are our scraps. I'm not saving the tops. It said to chop the tops up. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. Okay, and then we're done with this. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. She's coming along nicely. Let's look at this recipe, and we're gonna see what I need to see how long it's going to. Oh no, how long it's gonna take to do the or how hot to get the oven. I don't know. I can't think right now. And then I also got to do the cheese. Don't let me forget the cheese. Okay. So tell me. So does it want to tell me? Okay, here we go. Soften the peppers. Is this recipe really? Okay, there we go. 425. 425. Nice. So we're getting there. Really? Okay, I think these have sat in the water long enough and the rice is done. So I'm going to pull these peppers off out of here. And it said to pat them dry. Now I'm going to put them in the pan over here. And then we'll mix the rice and the beef together in this pan. That's right here. And then we'll stuff the peppers and add the cheese and put it in the oven. Hopefully by that time the oven is preheated. I don't know if y'all can see. Y'all can see this light. Once this bottom red light on this stove goes off, the oven's preheated. Hey, take it easy, Eric. Appreciate you stopping by, homie. Yes, sir. Have a good one, man. Okay. Let's off real quick. Okay, we're gonna take each pepper out, dry it off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice and tender there. Nice and tender. The peppers are nice and soft now. Well, like softer, which will help with the cooking. The cooking process. So I know sometimes the stuffed peppers, if they don't cook all the way through when you go to like eat them with a fork after, like they're too hard to like cut through, and you might as well just chop it up or eat pepper. Honestly, not the biggest fan of stuffed peppers, but my girl asked me to make them, so here I am making them. If it were up to me, I'd just eat the beef. If it were up to me, I would just ground some beef and eat it. But we can do it this way. Okay, I think I need one more paper towel. Ee-da-da-do. What's everybody up to tonight? Anybody got anything going on? Just hanging out with us? Appreciate anybody that's stopping by in the chat and chilling. Like I said, I need to figure out how to put it on the given category that we're actually trying to cater to, because I know I'm in the how-to category right now in the algorithm, and technically this video isn't really a how-to. I don't know what you would call this. Is this entertainment for y'all or what? What are we calling this? It's a cooking stream, I guess. What I'm gonna do is add this rice to this beef. That way we got a good mix, good little mixture here before we go ahead and add it to the peppers to cook more. So we're just mixing this all up. It'll be nice and even blend here. Anybody got any thing planned for the 4th of July? Anybody going anywhere, traveling, or fireworks, or what's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, so now we have it mixed right here. We got the beef with the rice. Got a nice little mixture that'll go nice in these peppers. So I think our next step is to add this to the peppers, and then we are to add cheese on it and let it go for 15 to 20 minutes, it said. So we're gonna have to find something to do for 15, 20 minutes. I might back and we might play fetch with the dog or something while this goes. Throw out all this trash while we can. Okay, we're waiting for this to go off, and we need to stuff these peppers. So let's see how to stuff them best. Maybe I'll bring each one over and stuff it. See if y'all can see this. Okay. We're stuffing peppers now, y'all. So we're on that portion of everything. How tight do you stuff these? Not that tight, right? Just enough to fill them in. This one's a shallow one. Not a huge fan of this one. It's a little shallow. She's a little bowl. Let's see how much she holds. She might be wide, and a wide mouth bass, you know? She might hold a lot. We just don't know. We just don't know. I think 4 was the perfect amount for this amount of meat. I think we'll have a little, but let's get that hair out of there. Okay. We also got some good news in the sense that the light is off on the oven now. So we are ready to put these in as soon as we are done stuffing them. I need to add cheese on them before we fully stuff them, but we're getting there. Appreciate anybody that's been hanging out in here, joining us for a cooking stream. If anybody's interested in doing their own live streams and stuff, I've linked my Amazon storefront that has a lot of the gear that we use for recording and stuff like that. So this will be a good one. This is a big old sucker. Whoever gets this one is a lucky one. We're eating good tonight. Another little shallow one right here. Little shallow boy. But we'll be able to fill her up. And I think we'll have like just enough meat left for a little snicky snack or something with it, but enough for a little bit of a extra. Okay, so now that's stuffed. I think I could add a little bit more to this one right here. This one's a little low on it. And we don't have too much beef left, so let's see if we can make this work. Okay, we'll call it with that. Look at that, boys. Now we just need to add cheese to these. Here. Add cheese, and then we'll go to the oven. So, see what kind of cheese we can add to them. Looking like a thick cut 3 cheese Mexican. That's what we're gonna go with. We'll top that, and then we'll put the timer on for, it said 15 to 20 minutes. I think we'll go for, how long are we thinking? 15, 17? I don't know if she wants cheese on hers, but she's gonna get it. She likes cheese. She just shouldn't have cheese. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna complain though. Okay. So now we have the peppers. I'm gonna show them off before we put them in the oven. Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking at. We've got them stuffed. They're mixed with rice. We've got sirloin. Now we have added the cheese. The oven is preheated and it's about to go in the oven. So once they're in the oven, we got about, I think it said 15 minutes. So we're putting them in the oven now. Oh no, boys, I made a spill. I dropped my cheese on the ground on this one pepper, so hold on here. Let me top her back off a little bit. The one's a little wobbly. That's why they said to cut the head off of it, or the bottom off it, so it's not as wobbly. But I'm gonna try and put it in here as controlled as I can without burning my fingers here. Okay, boys. She's in the oven, and it said 15 to 20 minutes. We can see where we're at after that. And it's on 425. Let's see. This is how much meat we had left over after 4 peppers. So 1 pound of ground beef was enough for probably, you could have done 5 peppers, but we went with 4. There's only 2 of us eating, so that's what we ended up with. But now she's in the oven. Did I set the timer? Yes. Okay. We got the timer set. We're chilling now. Let's dump some of this stuff that we created. We had this dish of ice water that we don't need. Okay. And then what else? We also don't need this hot pot of boiling water. It's not boiling no more, but that was part of our blanching process. That's the first time I've ever done that. It did definitely tender up the peppers nice and easy though. So it's a good little process to know for sure, because sometimes stuffed peppers, if the pepper doesn't cook, they're not tender enough and they're kind of tough. So this should help with that process. So hopefully that'll speed her up a little bit. What should we do? We should do these dishes so that we don't have them in here, and then we'll see where we're at time-wise. I might run out back with Roscoe and play a little bit. Y'all can join me. We'll see what's up. I want to at least give y'all the big reveal of the finished product. I don't know if we'll eat it on stream, but we can definitely show it off. You know what I'm saying? I keep stepping on this cheese that I spilled. Give me a second to wipe this up. I got it on the floor right where I've been walking over and over again. I got like 3 pieces of cheese stuck to the bottom of my foot. Okay. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me right here. I'm gonna watch while we wait on the peppers to finish in the oven. They only have like 12 minutes, so not that long. I'm gonna move y'all like here for me. Oh, don't fall on me. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me right here. Appreciate y'all chilling in the chat here. We started with the dishes. We made more dishes. Now we're gonna hurry up and wash these while the peppers are in the oven. But we've ground the beef, we've mixed the rice, we got the cheese on it, we got the peppers blanched. Now they are just baking for the remainder of the 15 minutes that they have to go. And then dinner should be ready. We're just having stuffed peppers though. There ain't nothing else for dinner, so it is what it is. Probably have 1 or 2 peppers each. But that's all right. It's a nice little healthy meal, right? Nice little healthy meal. some of them peppers for y'all too. If I turn it like this, y'all might be able to see a little better. There we go. There it is. We had to bust out this big pot. I rarely use this thing, but I didn't really have anything else that those 4 peppers was gonna fit in easily. Used too much soap. Now I can't get all these suds out of here. What's going on, Speed? Appreciate you popping in here. I saw you in here earlier. We're we got the peppers in the oven now. Just finishing up these dishes that I made from cooking dinner now. You were in here when I started doing dishes before dinner was ready, or before I started cooking. And then I just cooked, and now here we are finishing the dishes that we made while these peppers finish up. But timing's looking pretty good though. Like making decent time. Hopefully, primo. I don't think there's privacy anywhere anymore, homie. We live in the digital age. Okay. We got a knife and a cutting board. That's it. This is a pretty straightforward dinner, though. We'll have to slowly choose more and more recipes to do with y'all, because, man, I'm not going to let myself get in my own way of creating content and doing what I want to do with the stuff. I like chilling on the live and hanging out with y'all. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's how I want to operate my channel, because it's my channel, you know? So I pressure wash every now and then. I run a business, and sometimes I cook for my old lady before she gets home. Sometimes I don't time it out right and she gets home before I'm done cooking. You know what I mean? Be all right. But yeah, I should have started an hour earlier. That's a lesson we learned on this one. But other than that, everything was pretty seamless. We were missing the onions and garlic in this recipe. Unfortunately, fresh onions and garlic. So I know that would definitely help with the recipe, but it is what it is. We did have onion powder and garlic powder, but it just ain't the same. It ain't the same. Okay, I actually got one more dish. Let me grab this really quick. Appreciate y'all being in here, chilling and everything. Chilling in the cut. We're gonna put the last little bit of the ground beef that was left over in this little container. That way one of us can have it for a sneaky snack or lunch or something. Okay, and then I wanted to wash these. And we're looking at 7 minutes left on the timer over here. So the peppers are ready to come out. And we'll see how she looks. Nice, and we'll have a nice clean sink. No dishes. Speed, I saw you said you were trying to learn English. Have you tried that Duolingo app? I've seen some people use that for learning second languages and stuff. I haven't ever really tried it, but I've seen that people have used it before. I don't know how well it works. Okay. Almost got this done. done here. Hopefully the peppers turn out decent. What's up? Can you smell it? I was just finishing these dishes while we wait on it. It's got 6 minutes left. So. My old lady's hungry. She's ready to eat. Okay. This is done.
Good, chat.
She approves. Okay, all the pans have been washed. Sink is rinsed. Need to rinse out the sponge, wash my hands, and then I'll have 5 minutes till lift off. We could get our plates ready, and then
On a bowl, maybe?
yeah, maybe a bowl. Yeah, probably a bowl. We'll do a bowl here.
Bounce around.
Keep having to look back at it for chat. Look back at it. Look back at it. Okay, okay. Here. Bum bum bum. Bada bum bum bum. All right, y'all. We're making good progress here. Almost done now. How long have we been live? We did dishes for 20 minutes, so that doesn't count. But
How long have we been live?
76 minutes. Dang. So minus 20, so it took about an hour. Yeah, a little bit longer. I took my time though, so hopefully we can get some good results. You know what I'm saying?
Some yummy food.
Yeah. Well, can't see it, but we got almost 420. We're at 420 now. Oh. She's hungry. She's waiting by the oven, so as soon as it comes out. To put this one away. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I know this is loud. Loud on the mic. Okay. And all the pots are put away. I got a job tomorrow, chat. It's a vacant property, so I went ahead and put it on the schedule ASAP. So 4th of July. Don't have to worry about it for the holidays, and it can be done and not have to worry about it next week. Lauren needs a car back next week, so I was gonna try and schedule all my jobs either to finish out this week or the start of the following week. So we're still in the process of figuring our car situation out. So we're still sharing the Explorer for at least a little bit. Like the van works, but I need a hitch and brakes before I'm comfortable pulling the trailer with it. So I still prefer the trailer with the Explorer until we have that situation figured out. So that's kind of where we're at. We're getting close now, though. We have 2.5 minutes. Appreciate everybody that's popped in here. I wonder if I could click on. No, I can't. I was trying to see what other little options they have in here while I'm live. I can see that I start a poll. I can start a Q&A. What else can I do? I can filter the chat. I can share the link. I could create a post. Oh, nice. I could share with Snapchat. That'd be nice. I can make a short, a 49-second short was uploaded to your channel as unlisted. Whoa. So if we have a good moment, remind me to press that button, because it looks like it takes like the last minute out of the chat and allows you to make a short out of it, you know? So that'll be nice. Maybe I'll do the big reveal. I'll make a short out of the big pan reveal coming out of the oven. We're getting close now, y'all. The anticipation. The anticipation of peppers being done in the oven. Let's go. Let's go, peppers. Let's go. We're at a minute and a half, so. Hopefully one day there will be a lot more people in here chatting, you know. One viewer, and I appreciate you, whoever you are in here. I've seen you the whole time. I really appreciate you hanging out and chilling. And hopefully slowly there'll be more and more viewers. But right now we're starting grassroots from the bottom. And we are where we are, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it just takes one viewer and one turns to 10. But right now we're working with one. 0 to 1, 0 to 1. But hopefully it'll slowly build. Like I said, I'm not technically in the right category for this stream. I should cooking / entertainment, I think, and I think it's pushing me towards like how to. So that's something that I want to figure out. That way the algorithm's helping us out. We got 29 seconds and that'll be at 15 minutes. The cheese is looking nice and brown. I might end up letting it go an extra minute because it said anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. When this goes off, it'll be 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna give it one more minute, but the cheese is looking nice and golden. So it should be pretty exciting. She is starving. What time is it, y'all? 11:42. Y'all heard that. So we'll let it go one more minute. One more minute. And then we'll pull her out of here. But yeah, it is a midnight dinner. It's a little late. I know a lot of people are going to bed. So, but my girl just got home at like 11. So she's been doing rehearsals. So she goes to work from like 7 till 5. And then she has rehearsal from like 6 till 10. But because we live where she works / does rehearsals, she has about a 45-minute drive. So usually I don't try and have dinner ready till about 11. So it's pretty late usually when we eat. So I am a little behind though. But yeah, usually we don't eat till pretty late right now while she's doing rehearsals and stuff. So I'm usually starving by this time and I'm trying to line it up better to where it's ready as soon as she's home. But okay. 5, 4, 3. It said be a man, stop it at 1. Oh, I missed it. Not a man. I thought you were supposed to stop it at 1 if you were a man so that the timer doesn't go off. We're about to take these peppers out of the oven. Let's see how they go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me put a glove on for y'all so you can see our grand reveal right here. Look at these bad boys. We did it, chat. Stuffed peppers are finished. Everything is cooked. The peppers look nice and tender. The cheese has got the nice golden crispy on it. We're gonna end up eating dinner here in a minute. So I appreciate anybody that popped here in the chat. I'm gonna clip that. This will be exciting. But peppers are done. Everything came out good. Appreciate anybody that's been in here the whole time. We're about to eat here in a second. My girl might dish them out for us while I close this out here. But I appreciate everybody joining. I'm trying to do more lives, just whatever I want to do, because it's my channel and I do what I want to do. So I like to just the more I'm in front of the camera, the more I realize like I can kind of like come out of my shell more. So I appreciate anybody that popped in here and I appreciate everybody hanging out. Peppers are done. We're both hungry. We're gonna go eat. Let me give you a rundown of a couple things really quickly. If you need any streaming products or anything that we use, oh yeah, look at it. Nice turnout. Any products we use, check out our Amazon storefront. Any pressure washing products that you're interested in, check out our promo code GOLD10 on Cigar City Soft Wash. You'll see both those links in the description of this video and any videos that come in the description of our channel. We are trying to slowly grow as a channel. So with that being said, I'm going to go eat dinner now. She just took our plates in there. I'm going to go play around on the computer and finish up here. So appreciate anybody joining and catch us on the next one, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. Take it easy, y'all.